Hello everyone. In this video I would like to share with you some very important tips if you're making some jewelry. Whenever you make for pleasure, for friends, or to sell, you would like to have a presentable look of your jewelry, earrings and pendants, whatever you make, right? And that's why it's important to have both sides, like the front side and the back side, presentable. So it could be colored in the same way, it could be covered with varnish, but again, it depends what you're making. And I found that it's much more easier to prepare the back side before you start working with the front side. And I'm wearing gloves because I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Because I'm using different techniques and I'm using wooden shapes, I usually prepare shapes, so I colored with acrylic paint, as you can see here, and it's very good. It's actually very good for nail foil transferring, for Japanese washi tape, even for painting, so you can paint here something on the top. And it's not necessary to have extremely smooth. Again, you can redo it, you can paint twice. But then we have the back side, and of course you can do the same color from your back, like here, and like here, for example, the blue color. And you can see in some other videos that I have painted from both sides. But if you don't want to waste your paint, or if, let's say, you want something different, especially when you use wooden shapes like this one, wood shapes. So what I use stain. You can buy in furniture section, making furniture section, or repair furniture section, because it's hardly sold in art supplies. But again, if you work with wood, you can find even in art supply store. And what you can see, it's quite a messy liquid. So what happened? It sells in cans or jars or containers, usually in cans, in metal cans. And the problem is that my can was broken. So when I came home and I started working, the can started leaking, and all my table was damaged. Not completely damaged. I was able to restore my table, but I was shocked when I saw a huge spot of this stain. It's so strong. It has a weak, I would say, smell, but it's very strong. That's why I have to wear my gloves, because the stainer can stay on my skin for a week, and then and I have tomorrow I have art presentations. That's why I have to have at least clean fingers, and that's why I had to put the stainer in another plastic container and seal it properly, and I keep far away from me and far away from everyone, even from my cat and dog, because I don't want them to push by mistake, and then I will have another problem to clean another place. And as you can see, it's really messy because it's going through the coverage, right? So it's really messy, but it's very useful liquid to finish your let's say earrings or pendants, especially wooden one, because it's perfect for wood. And as you can see, I already covered it with stainer, and I use a little container, and it's enough of this container. As you can see, the level for all this amount of wooden shapes, right? It's enough. And I'm gonna put it back in a container. I use a professional brush, very soft one. So why I'm doing from the back? Because I realized when I start from front, like this part, and sometimes I damage, because I damage the front part, because okay, I done with front part, I covered with varnish or epoxy, and then I put it here, and then I start working as a back, and sometimes I damage. Unfortunately, you can be very careful, but it doesn't work sometimes. And I found that it's much better to prepare the back and then work with the front. So what I'm doing, I'm covering with this stain, And after that, I cover with varnish, or you can cover with resin like epoxy. It's up to you. It's actually quite good with epoxy, but it takes more time to be dried. And this tin, it can be sold in a way of pencils or pens. Could be liquid, could be like markers. I found that markers sometimes could be dry and leave the kind of stripes through the surface of these wooden shapes, not very nice stripes. So it has to be wet, it has to be fresh. And also there are a set of these pens with stainers, different colors, representing different types of wood. For example, oak, cherry, whatever people use to create, to make furniture. And by the way, why I'm finishing like this shapes like that? Because, well, in my opinion, let's say you made a table. You just made a table from wood, and then you give this table to your client. And it's not finished table, it's not covered, it's not protected, right? And how many people would buy this type of table just like from fresh wood? And I don't think they would like to have more presentable way, and also they would like this table to be protected from water, from dust, from everything. So I also want my earrings to be protected from water, to have more presentable way. That's why after I put this stain, it dries very fast. Usually 15 minutes it dry. So you can put another layer of stain, or you can put a varnish. So I'm putting the varnish like here, for example, and then it has a very nice shiny surface. So this kind of shapes are ready to use. It's actually very good shapes, and I don't worry about back. Even if some paint or glue comes to the surface of this shape, it's much easier to clean than when it comes first like here. It's like I colored, I show you, like you see the difference. I have to repair this part. There was some acrylic paint dry. Unfortunately, it went through the stainer and it's kind of ugly. So it could be managed, I can fix it. But that's my point, that it's much more easier to work with the shape when you prepare the back part and then you start working with the front part, because then you have to cover with something all these mistakes that happen. As you can see, it's easy. It's very easy. So I use glossy varnish, I use some other type of varnishes, but you can use also the Mod Podge. Mod Podge glossy especially, it will look very beautiful on this surface. It's cheaper, it's enough, like these bottles are enough, I don't know, probably for thousands of this type of shapes. And this is what I'm doing at the beginning. And after that, I start working with the front, and I start actually putting some paint or ornament or foil or Japanese paper, washi paper, and you can see everything in my videos, and see my mistakes and also see my achievements and get some tips how to not repeat the same mistakes that I'm making. That's why I share this information with you, because I want you to be happy in the process of creating beauty, creating this amazing, beautiful earrings and pendants and other crafts that you're given to people. It doesn't matter if you sell or you're given for free, but not only you should have this pleasure of creativity, but I want your clients and your friends and other people who wearing your stuff, wearing your jewelry, or using your crafts in a home, decorating. I want them also have a pleasure to have a high quality product, because it's our nature. If we go to the store, we would like to have a high quality product, not for very expensive price, but for normal, like acceptable price. But that's like our demands to have high quality. And I try to create high quality jewelry as well, even if I use this not expensive materials. But again, you can create a miracle from these non-expensive materials. That's why subscribe to my channel and watch other videos. And I already posted a lot of videos how to make beautiful, beautiful earrings almost from nothing. And I will continue to show some techniques. So have a wonderful day. And I'm going to prepare my stuff for tomorrow's art show. And I wish you a beautiful weekend if it's weekend for you. Bye-bye.